Do you guys ever find yourself being lazy in League of Legends? I don't know about you guys, but every time my jungler asks me to leash blue, either as a top laner or mid laner, I always just go, ugh, like it's this huge load of work for me to do despite how easy it physically and mentally is. I walk my champion over here, click a few times, and then walk back to lane. There is no physical strain on my body. Moving my mouse, which is already light as hell, a few centimeters to the left, clicking, and then moving it a few centimeters to the right and clicking again. I sort of wonder why that is. I always kind of find myself being unnecessarily lazy in League of Legends in a few different ways. Now I can be a pretty lazy guy, I love to procrastinate. I even actually have this sign on my desk that says, if it weren't for the last minute, I wouldn't get anything done. But sometimes I wonder if it's just me, or if League actually does take a pretty big mental toll on you. One of the reasons I don't stream on a very consistent basis is because it's very hard for me to stream sometimes. It can get pretty exhausting. It's just sitting there playing video games, of course, but actually sitting there and playing video games for a good 5 hours, interacting with viewers, staying focused, sitting upright in my chair in front of the camera, and doing all this stuff to do my best in-game, it can be really tiresome. My body isn't doing anything incredibly tiresome. It's not like lifting weights or anything, but I feel the same kind of exhausted after it all, where I just want to lay around and watch TV to try and just relax and recover after this huge amount of work that I was just put through, it feels like. It doesn't even have to be streaming though. It could just be little things in-game like leashing blue buff, or just guarding from an enemy invade, or even something as simple as grouping after Baron. All my champion has to do any one of these tasks is move, you know, from one area of the map to another, which is done by just a few clicks of the mouse. But it's as if I have to physically move there in each and every one of these situations myself, and it's as if I get as tired as if I was running that distance in real life. I don't know, maybe I'm an exceptionally lazy guy, or maybe League actually is just a big mental workout for all of us in our own way. Maybe it won't be so bad anymore now that I got some more G Fuel. Either way, moving on. Yesterday was actually a bit of a rough day for me in all sorts of ways. I had a number of really bad games, and I was just a little bit down all day yesterday, but it picked up a little bit when I hit a few Aurelia clips for my upcoming montage. But after a rough day, I tend to relax at the end of it, so I decided to pull up some old YouTube videos of some of the first League of Legends YouTubers there ever were. People like Legend Commentaries, Colby Cheese, Ninja Church, or even just that SK Gaming montage from forever ago. Do any of you guys remember them? Those first YouTubers we ever saw making League videos, and the first League videos we ever saw on YouTube? These were all people and their videos that just sort of got popular from being the first for the most part, not necessarily from the quality or from all the commentary or anything, not to say that it was bad, but the reason they became so successful so early on and so quickly was because they were the first to do certain things. Legend Commentaries was the first person to provide any sort of League of Legends commentary, and because of that he got a pretty big fan base since his videos were the first every time you saw it pop up in YouTube. Ninja Church was a really good Kassadin player, and he made a few montages and guides, so every Kassadin player or anyone who wanted to look up a guide on Kassadin knew who he was. It was pretty cool going back and watching some of this early League of Legends gameplay. I took a few double takes every time I saw a champion dodge an auto attack or something. We always give each other crap for having a really bad community, and I won't deny that MOBA games have probably the roughest community that there is out there in gaming, but we definitely have a really positive side to it. We've always had so many amazing content creators. Even just taking a look at YouTube, ignoring like the pro scene and all the artists and writers and everyone that we have working in esports and everything, we've had so many great YouTubers alone. People like Sky, Kiori, CivHD, Spazzy, all of these wonderful people who make us laugh all the time. Even Donkey, of course. Bro Fresco, Ankle Spankin, Captain Monk, Saikuno, all these people that give us so many great commentaries. Red Mercy, Foxdrop, Phi, and all these other people that have given us so much new information through their videos, teaching us something new every single day it seems. And we have so many more YouTubers that you can't even categorize, like Lily, Natsumi, Blackanola, Cody, and all these other wonderful personalities. I apologize if I offend anyone by leaving them off this list, but there's too many people to name. We've come a really long way, and it's kinda sad to see some of the older YouTubers start to fade into relative obscurity. At least their videos will always be on YouTube for nostalgia's sake. But today I guess I'd sorta like to just say that I'm happy to be a part of it, and I hope to be a part of this awesome community for many more years to come. That'll do it for today's video, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.